Well, this next team right here, this is not just a rebuild, but to freshen up the squad, to get some youngsters on the team. Because Collingwood, they just can't keep going into the season with a bunch of oldies. Let's look at the changes. Mason Cox has retired. Charlie Dean's been delisted. Tom Mitchell's retired. Will Hoskin-Elliott's retired. Ash Johnson's delisted, and Oleg Markov is delisted. Collingwood don't need to build a future team around Nick Dacos. Trade period's open. It's going to do a deal in Melbourne. Just swapping future thirds for Brody Mott in the Myercheck trade. Myercheck is off to Collingwood. They're off to Melbourne. There is one move in this that it's actually happening in real life. Callum Archie becoming a Port Adelaide player. Anyways, back to Collingwood. So we're going to be swapping. We're going to be swapping future force with the Swans. Somehow in the game, Jack Ball has been delisted by the Swans. Get him onto the primary list. Now we're going to be doing a deal with Richmond. Well, we got rid of the 33-year-old in my check. Jesus Christ. More oldies on that team. We're doing a deal with the Lions. We're sending Jamie Elliott to Brisbane in return for pick 55. This is a bit of a controversial decision. This is a decision needed to, to future guard this squad. Let's go to the Tigers. We'll give them Scott Pendlebury, still side bottom, Jeremy Howe. And pick 58 to get pick 65. Well, this is a very controversial decision from Collingwood. Oh, they've traded their 400, their record breaker. The one who's about to break the record to the Tigers to help out the young players. We'll put next trade we're going to do. We'll do. Shannon can be able to get some free agents to come to Collingwood. As we are saying, future guarding this squad. Any good fit free agents available? Oh, let's go with. We're not interested in getting any more old players on the team. We've got to get some young players. We'll give Jeremy Sharp a 6-year deal to come to Collingwood. So that's what we 4th-round picks. This one's basically a case of done deal. As we could be able to promote Rowan Steele to the senior list. I guess who else needs a senior list promotion? Ned Long. And we'll probably give him the number 10 Guernsey now that Pendlebury's gone. Oh, there is one free agent that's about to sign for Collingwood. Could be signed, but we're not just getting Oscar Allen in this trade, we're also about to get Harley Reid. As Collingwood will need him to replace some of the departed Odegaard. We'll also give Sullivan a promotion to the senior list. Who else can we trade from Collingwood? That we can cash in on. Well, he's still got a bit of value. We'll trade Jack Crisp to the Kangaroos. Hawthorn. remember when you took Ginnivan from us? We're coming back for him. Trade accepted. Trade accepted. We've brought back an old magpie back to his original club, Jack Gentleman. From Collingwood to Hawthorn and then back to Collingwood. We're going to have to say goodbye to Membry. He's 31, and he's not going to get any younger. Lockie Schultz, he's pretty much close to it. We'll hang on to it for one more season. Membry, the guy. Not the guy. We'll probably also cash in on McStay. And we'll cash in on a few seconds. Just to bring Ben King. Hang on, we got him in as a restricted free agent. And we'll also bring Noah Anderson into Collingwood. Brought him in so many times in his rebuilds. I think we're kind of sorting out our future. We're going in to talk to Melbourne. We'll swap future first. Just to bring Cozzy Pickett. Hang on. Maybe to play midfield. And maybe Trent Rivers. That trade's been accepted. We got Pickett and Rivers now at Collingwood as well. Trading with the Dockers. Darcy Cameron, he's 30. We may as well cash in on him before his overall goes down. So we're about to do a deal with the Fremantle Dockers. Just to bring Luke Jackson to Collingwood. Seems this trade period's pretty much trading for the future. Man, what a busy off-season did this turn out to be for Collingwood. We've got rid of some of the old heroes. Myercheck, Elliott, Pendlebury, Sidebottom, Howe, Crisp, all these guys, and also Darcy Cameron. In return, we managed to get some stars in the future. Like Ben King, Harley Reid, Luke Jackson, Matt Rao, Noah Anderson, Cozzy Pickett. Free agency period's officially closed. And it looks like the trade period's officially closed. Yeah, we're still trying to get Ned Long onto the senior list. Any uncontracted players that got delisted by Collingwood? Just Finn McRae. So we pick 39, we get Bentley O'Brien. And Lachlan Alexander at 47. Rocky draft. Where did McRae end up going? We're going with Griffin with pick 30, with pick 15. Now let's assign Guernsey numbers. We'll give Long the number 10 Guernsey, Steele, Ron Steele, let's give him 25. We'll give Matty Rao the number 5 Guernsey. Sullivan will get 18. We'll give Schultz the 6 Guernsey. Jake Tyler to get the number 8 that he wanted. We'll give Luke Jackson 14. We'll give Ginnivan his old 33 back. His Pickett, we're 32. Rivers 34. Can this future Garden Collingwood team win the 2026 Premiership? Will this be the year that the Premiership would be a cakewalk for the new look Collingwood? We'll blame McCreary in this side. Where McRae go? Oh, he's probably nowhere to be seen. Dealing with GWS again on opening round. To win by 54 points. Well, this feels a bit different. Pendlebury and Sidebottom are now in Richmond colours. Same with Jeremy Howe. As long as they're doing the job helping the young side out. By bringing premiership experience to Pump Road. L, L, W, L, W, W, W. Collingwood are now stockpiling themselves up on wins. Well, it seems we don't have a pick in the mid-season draft. Let's sim through so we see if we can get Collingwood to win well on their way to another grand final. Not if they're going to keep taking L's. See, another L for Collingwood, and they've just made the finals to finish 6th. The elimination final, we got Geelong. Unfortunately for Collingwood, they got eliminated. Free agency period is open. Ryan Hayes, Weston Howes have all been delisted. We'll need a new ruckman at Collingwood. Let's trade with the Giants. Pick 5 for Briggs. Now, as we move on to the free agency period, well, we bring back an old magpie, Ben McRae. And I think that's pretty much our off-season. As we did have a huge trade period last year. We get Mitchell Brandt and Angel Willie. Well, finally, we take Jack Buller. Took us 2 seasons. Yeah, here's a list lodgement sorted. There's a time for Collingwood's future guard to actually win the premiership. We're in 10th right now. Mid-season draft time. I think the best option we're going with is Thatcher. We finished sixth once again. We just can't see the break in that top four. Elimination final, we got the Dogs. And Collingwood are through to the next round of finals. They will verse Brisbane in the second semi-final. And it seems Collingwood have eliminated the Lions. Prelim, we got the Crows. Most of us. Hill comes in. Seems well. Still needed the other players. Free agency period is once again open for business. O'Brien, Steen, Alexander, Yates, and Peters have all been delisted. So Miles Bergman's accepted a contract to go play for Collingwood. Well, could this be the last year we'll probably see the likes of De Goey, Moore, and maybe even Maynard in a Collingwood Guernsey? As 2014 was a great draft class for Collingwood. That was the draft class that got Buckley to make a grand final as coach. We'll give GF another contract. McInnes. He'll extend. He's been getting a lot more game time since Jeremy Howe left. Zerk Thatcher's accepted a new deal. Baller has accepted. Now we need McCreary to accept a new contract to stay at Collingwood. He does. Next up, we're going to trade with the Crows. Give them Lockie Schultz, Oscar Allen, and Lipinski plus pick 16. All just so we can get Dan Curtin. And this 25-year-old 99 rated midfielder who was touted to go to Collingwood last year before his injuries had happened. This player be willing to accept like over 950k. So that is trade accepted. Look at that, Collingwood have just upgraded from Oscar Allen to Dan Curtin. So we're sending Zerk Thatcher to Port Adelaide for Sandy Brock. Sending Zerk Thatcher back to Port to make way for Sandy Brock coming to Collingwood. Now the free agency period is closing. There anyone good that can go to... Could we see another great player come to Collingwood? And no, I don't mean old players. Maybe Will Phillips? Could we see a career resurgence from him at Collingwood? might do a deal with the Saints. Pick 74 for Connor Stone. And deal accepted with St Kilda. So Collingwood get a Lewis Gold with pick 36. Now for the rookie draft. Hunter Sullivan. And Lachlan Alexander. Could this be the end game? As training for Dan Curtin could possibly be the end game for the opposition teams. Collingwood is second on the ladder right now. Have finished second. Collingwood are through to another prelim. To verse the Fremantle Dockers. Unfortunately, Sandy Brock being out of the side. Unfortunately, Sandy Brock's out for the prelim, but at least it's going to make way for the return of Darcy Moore. Got Will Phillips in the forward pocket for this prelim. Final. And Collingwood are through to the 2028 Grand Final to verse the Crows. The bad news for Collingwood is we got no Will Phillips for the Grand Final. The good news is Jake Tyler's back from injury. This Crow side are just too good. Let's see how Collingwood fare in the 2028 grand final.
Hello everyone, I'm Anthony Hudson. Welcome to Saturday afternoon football. It's great to have you with us at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The grand final is here at last. This should be a classic between Adelaide and Collingwood. These two teams have outlasted everybody. They've overcome obstacles and proved themselves to be the best two teams in the comp. But nobody wants second prize. The skipper leads his team out onto the field. Daniel Harper joins me. Who's your pick today, Harp?
Pleasure to be here, Hutto. I'm going with the Crows. They've been the best side all year, and I see no reason to drop off them now. As long as they don't lose their nerve, they should be holding up the cup at the end.
Thanks for those insights, Harp. The coin toss is about to take place. The Adelaide Crows had a dismal 111 record against Collingwood in Melbourne when they met at Docklands in round 2, 2005. With scores level and 3 minutes remaining in the last term, Crows star Andrew McLeod produced a piece of magic on his non-preferred left foot, hard up against the boundary line under pressure to put the Crows back in front and ultimately secure their first win over the Pies in Melbourne since their back-to-back premiership year of 1998 when they triumphed by 9 points at the MCG. The moment has finally arrived. Briggs wins it down. Rao, that's unusual. He's done brilliantly. Phil Thorpe commands the footy.
What a start this would be.
Hang on. We've got 9-minute quarters here. About 10-minute quarters here. I usually do 5-minute quarters in grand finals.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Anthony Hudson. It's great to have you with us at the MCG. This is the Toyota AFL Grand Final between Adelaide and Collingwood. It's the best of the best. Winner takes all. A season full of twists and turns comes to its conclusion. Who will be crowned Premier today? And here come the visitors. The Adelaide Crows had a dismal 1-11 record against Collingwood in Melbourne when they met at Docklands in round 2, 2005. With scores level and 3 minutes remaining in the last term, Crows star Andrew McLeod produced a piece of magic on his non-preferred left foot, hard up against the boundary line, under pressure to put the Crows back in front and ultimately secure their first win over the Pies in Melbourne since their back-to-back premiership year of 1998, when they triumphed by 9 points at the MCG. Listen to the roar. It's an atmosphere like no other. O'Brien wins the first tap. Edwards, that's careless kicking. He's generally a good kick. Decides to go. Kicks to space. Ryan doing what he does best. Look at him go. Draper in the right spot at the right time. Laird normally delivers. Well played. Fogarty, how will the umpire see this? It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Briggs with the tap. Reed gets his hands on it early. Good for the confidence. Comes free in the tackle. He just dropped it. Dacos throws it on the boot. It's been paid. I think they prefer you to kick it to the opposition.
He's been penalised for being unable to pinpoint a teammate 60 metres away, blindsided on his wrong foot.
Here comes the banana. He's missed.
They dodged a bullet there. They might not be so lucky next time.
Dacos goes short with the kick in. Curtin on a lead. Probing ball. Neil Bullen makes good contact. He's carried it over the line.
We might be in for a low-scoring match here if the early going is any indication.
Briggs showing his skills. Reed on the same page as his ruck. Curtin, he ran into a brick wall. Neat little worm burner. Ginnivan needs to be quick. Curtin, Rao. The Pies should score here. Punched away. Cumming doesn't want to turn it over there. Can he find a teammate? Lays it off. Briggs You can't question his commitment. It's a deep kick. Cumming tries to spike it out of the danger zone. He's been busy so far. Danger averted, frantic defence.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
Goes laterally. Good thinking and good execution too. Ryan can keep it moving. Doesn't often waste it. Laird working hard and presenting well. Anyone's ball. They've put themselves under pressure. He steps over the line with a footy and we've got a throw in. The two big men do battle. Reed, Hill, good use of hands. Briggs. It's there!
They had to work hard for that first goal, but in the end, it was a pretty simple one, made possible by some smart decision-making.
The Pies were underdogs coming in, but they look anything but in the early going. Briggs wins the tap. McRae read it well. Reed blasts away. Cumming had it and lost it. Can they catch them out on the turnover? Got to go now. The Crows just can't get any time on the ball. That's a strong mark.
Normally a reliable kick. Can he make this one count?
Goes at goal, and that is an opportunity gone begging.
I'll hope that sort of wastefulness doesn't become a recurring theme.
Laird, tasked with the kick-in. Generosity is a wonderful quality, but not on a football field.
Forwards dream of these shots.
There goes the kick, and he's put it through.
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
It's a handy buffer they've established. The big men fly. McRae heads for the pocket. Good disciplined defence. Dacos harassed into an error. Anderson, it's a desperate tackle. He couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing. Who can get the clearance? McRae. That was almost handed to him. The Crows looking shaky early. He's hit up the lead. That's skillful. Neil Bullen has got loose. Thilthorpe all alone in the centre square. They're a big chance here. Houston went bang. Brown just shoveled it out. O'Brien. There goes the kick. It's online and they've got their first in the grand final.
Great team goal. If they keep playing like that, they won't be behind for long.
The Crows with a nerve settler. Jackson showing his skills. McRae competing fiercely. Reed. King got to the right position and hung on.
Straight in front, should not miss.
From 35, this must be a goal. It is.
It's too early to panic, but they might think about making a couple of changes before a bad start becomes worse.
The Pies with 3 of the first 4. Jackson wins it out of the centre. McRae closed him down. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. Good ruck work. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? He's made a bright start. Bouncing ball. Maynard. That's poor play. Drives it deep. He'd like that one back. Houston is calm in a crisis.
Hopefully the Prize can win this one against the most hated team in Australia.
Open them up here.
Speaking of the Prize, I'll be rebuilding that.
Got to get it forward.
I'll be rebuilding them next.
In the centre square, Keane. O'Brien charges onto it. A bit of a panicked handball. Anderson didn't need to be asked twice. Dacos, dangerous to leave on his own. Ginnivan works hard to present. Rao, McRae can run and gun. Anderson, will he look for a target or go himself? King finds himself unattended.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
King, he can hurt them again, and he does.
I'll have to watch him more closely than that. He's deadly around goal.
The Pies have made some start to the grand final. Jackson gets his hand to it. Rao, Reed, Anderson in the thick of it as ever. They're going hammer and tong. They're playing with purpose and poise. The Pies have been all over them so far. They've certainly thrown down the gauntlet. Time for a break. Gary's back. What's caught your eye, Gaz?
The Crows are really struggling to score so far, and the simple reason is that they're not winning enough ball. They would need to be super efficient with the ball that they are getting, but it isn't sustainable. Whether tactically they try something different at stoppages or they throw someone different into the middle, they've got to do something.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again, Jackson, it's a masterclass in ruck work. Rao, which way will it bounce? He's run into trouble. Reed, that's good work rate. The Pies are playing like winners. Honours the lead. Normally delivers. They're moving the footy well here. They've got them on the overlap. It looks a well-oiled forward line.
The Pies have certainly looked a better side. They'll be hard to catch.
Should kick the goal now, and does.
They move that ball beautifully indeed. They're hard to defend at their skillful best.
It's been quite a turn-up. What a first half we've seen. Jackson continues to have his way. Rao, Reed. No way through there, and they'll reset. Jackson is giving him a bath. McRae, it's a hospital hand pass. Ryan got a fist in. Out of the congestion. Reed leading from the front. Rao with half a chance. He stopped in his tracks. He was trying to beat a path to goal, but he was shut down quickly. Jackson, this is getting monotonous. You asked for it, you got it. Ball up, the defenders will need to be on guard. O'Brien got his palm to it. Edwards, what can they muster from the back half? Searching kick. Crouch had his name written all over it. His field kicking is normally first rate. Good work rate. Keeps it low. Well played. Nankervis, they're building something dangerous here. Edwards, quality delivery by foot. Hunt, thumped away. Burgess takes the responsibility. Just needs to finish. Finish he does.
Better ball movement on that occasion allowed them to open up that opportunity in front of goal, and they've got full reward for it.
The Crows need to follow that goal up. O'Brien wins it down. Berry, big tackle laid. They're tackling with venom today. O'Brien showing his skills. Edwards gets a kick away. They should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. Curtin marks. Will he go the bomb?
His goalless so far, but this would be a great way to get on the score sheet.
He gives it a roost. No problem with the distance, but it's wide.
I think he was within his rights to have a crack from there, even though he'll be disappointed with the result.
Laird to bring it in. Nankervis can keep it moving. Doesn't often waste it. Hunt working hard and presenting well. Takes the short option. Fogarty, that's a useful ball. Good thinking and good execution too. Seizes the moment. The Crows not at their best so far. Thilthorpe, he hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. He has now.
They want to get it in his hands as much as they can with finishing like that.
The Crows with the past 2 goals. Jackson, he's worth his weight in gold. McRae, Reed, Anderson, Rao running in support. He's given it everything. Will it clear the goal line? It's there!
I think this margin is more or less reflective of the difference in class between these sides so far today.
So the underdogs throwing down the gauntlet. You can see their belief growing. Jackson has been dominant in the ruck. Reed, Beasley in the right spot at the right time. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. He's been accosted. That can only be holding the ball.
He's not happy, but the call's correct.
Berry. The Pies forcing them out wide. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Neil Bullen working hard and being rewarded. Can he find a teammate? Chance gone begging. Curtin gets to it first. Blasts away. Ryan spoils. Laird. Keane. Ball spills free in the tackle. He's just dropped the footy and the ump has no choice.
His annoyance can only be with himself for a lack of awareness.
The kick is precise. What's he got on offer? The Pies are bringing great energy. Hill in some space on the wing. Curtin, he's under close attention. The umpire whistles for a ball up. Jackson, he is simply too good. He's drawn a crowd. We've got another stoppage. O'Brien gets his hand to it. Berry, Saligo. Rankin has a paddock in front of him. The Crows moving the ball well. Hunt getting involved. Bergman tries to spike it out of the danger zone.
The Pies are getting the ball inside 50 more. It's no wonder they're winning the match comfortably.
O'Brien wins it down. Edwards, snap it goal. Good looking kick. It's home.
He just followed his routine and executed the kick perfectly. He knew that was a goal before anyone else did.
The Crows haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. O'Brien wins the hit out. Rao, Reed, Anderson, tidy ball. King got to the right position and hung on.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
They get full value for a deep entry.
The big forward is threatening to blow this game apart.
The Pies are really taking it to them today. O'Brien with a deft tap. Edwards. Neil Bullen is the man on the spot, and he's marked.
This would give him a shot of confidence.
It's a big kick. Is it big enough? McGuinness. We've seen that before. Happy to concede a behind.
That's smart play, really. There's no point taking unnecessary risks.
Dacos goes short with the kick in. Jackson makes position. A chance to clear now. He's hit up the lead. Slowing it down. Jackson works hard to present. And they're away. Ginnivan was afforded latitude. The halftime siren sounds, and the players will retreat to the rooms with lots to contemplate. What's happening down there, Gary?
The Pies put in a terrific first half. They're getting first use out of the ruck. Their midfielders are capitalising on that, and their forwards are getting more opportunities than their counterparts. This one's theirs for the taking.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. O'Brien looking for territory. McRae, Reed displaying great endeavour. They're playing with purpose and poise. King plucks another contested mark.
He's been striking them well. This shouldn't present any problems.
The definition of optimism is hoping for him to miss that. He doesn't.
Some good ball movement there created that opportunity, and a cool finish as well.
The Pies have one hand on the cup. Briggs has had his measure today. Edwards. Saligo. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Ginnivan, desperate to win it back. McRae absorbs the pressure. It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. And he's done for holding the ball.
You've got to be quicker than that.
Caminiti has found some space. Here's the vital kick inside the 50. Briggs doesn't want to turn it over there. That's a strong mark. The Crows guarding the corridor. The Pies are playing some great footy. This ought to end in a goal. They can smell victory. They've got a problem now.
There's some pretty ordinary defending going on out there at the moment.
Leans back and drills it.
He found himself in space and made the most of it with a clinical finish.
The Pies have kicked the past three and they're looking formidable. O'Brien with a deft tap. McRae onto the non-preferred. In no man's land. Quaynor. They've found the magic formula. Nankervis clears the area. A quick getaway wasn't possible. Millerer. I felt that one from here. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Briggs palms it down. Reed in his natural habitat. Millerer, terrific forward pressure. The fans will be happy to see this. Gone, caught napping in a dangerous spot.
Not enough talk out there, it seems. I wouldn't put this past him. I've seen him do it before.
Dacos can make it much harder for them here, and that's what he's done.
The Crows are on the ropes. They need a spark before this one gets away from them.
The Crows can't take a trick at the moment. Briggs, it's a masterclass in ruck work. Rao. Anderson on a lead. What's he got on offer?
One of their key markers has been how well they've shared the load. That list of goal kickers might be about to get a new name.
They're inspired. This will be another one.
Defence isn't just the thing that keeps the neighbour's dog out. This team's got a few too many downhill skiers for my liking.
The Pies clearly didn't read the script. They were supposed to struggle today. Briggs continues to have his way. Rao, Reed in the right spot. King has a vice-like grip.
This should not be a problem.
That's offline. Didn't really give it a chance.
Whatever their score ends up being today, it'll be at least 5 points short of what it should have been.
Looking for a quick transition. Nankervis working hard and presenting well. The kick was centimetre perfect. Normally delivers. Neil Bullen in the clear on centre wing. Edwards, dangerous to leave on his own. Beasley in space, can run and carry. Thilthorpe, here's real danger now. The Crows are good with their hands. Millerer. Quaynor got a fist in. Schiltz. They have absolutely spifflicated him. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. Briggs is teaching him a lesson. Reed, Rao, has brought his own ball. He's a quality finisher, and that's more evidence.
The Crows have obviously had a tough day, but that was much better play.
The Crows are just hanging in there. but they need to string some goals together. Briggs, this is getting monotonous. De Goey, Anderson, blasts away. King outbodied his opponent and took a ripper.
He'll surely go back and slot this.
Goal coming up.
We've got no answers for him. He's too big, too strong, too good.
The Pies are looking like premiers unless something remarkable happens. Briggs, it's been a mighty performance. De Goey, and we will do it all again. O'Brien, a rare win. De Goey, got to get it on quickly. Hill has it within range.
He hasn't done a lot today, but he's still done some good things.
Not his best. Keane making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Disciplined defence called for and provided.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
The Crows aren't playing their best, but that margin could have been even bigger. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Ryan, time to turn on the Jets. Reed, going for territory. Cumming heads off the danger with a well-judged mark. Probing ball. The Crows can build from half-back. Can he impose himself on the match? Quality delivery by foot. Cumming, well played. Sees something he likes. Searching kick. Caminiti. That one was always his. Drives it inside the forward 50. Good disciplined defence. Reed is racking up contested possessions. Dacos collects the half volley. Briggs. This is a joy to watch.
He's having a terrific match, ranking highly for clearances, contested possessions, and inside 50s.
Kicks it very strongly, but he hasn't got it on line. Hits it behind.
They've kicked so well at goal, you almost expected that one to sail through as well.
The Pies were looking good at half-time, and they're looking even better now. This one is theirs for the taking. Gary's with us again. What's on your mind, Gaz?
Hit out, clearance, inside 50, shot on goal. Rinse and repeat. At some point, you'd think the opposition would do something about it. Anyone can look good against a team that would rather be anywhere else, but credit to them for taking full advantage. I'd be amazed if anything changes.
Thanks for those observations, Gary, as we get back underway. They appeal for holding the ball, and the umpire agrees.
No umpire ever changed their decision because a player had a whinge.
This will bring the house down if he kicks it. Oh, what a rip snorter!
Not much has gone right for them today, but that was a great passage of play.
The Crows with a much-needed goal. Briggs, he's worth his weight in goal. De Goey, Reed, what can he do with it? Anderson, Dacos, demanded the footy and got it.
His last shot found the middle. Can he double his money?
He won't threaten the goals with kicking like that, but he has at least managed to score.
Perhaps he should have looked to lay that one off. He'd miss more of those than he'd kick.
They've set up well for the kick-in. Cumming presents in space. Tidy ball. No one can mark. Laird closed him down. Edwards. Schiltz in the centre square. That'll work. Not wanting to bomb to a contest. Honours the lead. Clever kick. Who's front and centre? Schiltz. He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. He has now.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
The Crows will not lie down. Briggs could do this with his eyes closed. Rao. The Pies looking ominous. King He's taken a beauty.
To put the icing on the cake.
This to possibly seal the grand final. I think we have our premier.
It's a big play to reel in the contested grab and kick a goal, and that one will certainly make the highlights package.
The sting's well and truly gone out of this one. Jackson, just for something different. DeGoey, Reed, Anderson is cool under pressure. The Crows might need plan B soon. Jackson gets his kick despite the heat. Great footy. They're hard to stop when they move the ball like that.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
He's already got one. He's still got one.
There's 5 points gone begging.
Trying to catch them out. That's a useful ball. Ryan makes position. They're moving the footy well here. Doesn't often waste it. Schiltz, all on his own. Good handball. Cumming can run and carry. What can they muster from the back half? Kicks laterally. Berry. And we'll have a throw in.
The Crows haven't been able to get the ball inside their forward 50 nearly often enough today. And it's not just the midfield's fault. Their rebounding defenders have lacked their usual panache.
Reed, he's suddenly a popular man. He's having a ripper, although that's not his best kick. Foot race on the wing. Rivers, taking out some frustration possibly. O'Brien, Draper, Ryan, Laird. They've got to get a wriggle on. The call is insufficient intent.
He was under pressure when he kicked it, so the ump's employing a strict interpretation.
What's he got on offer? Short pass looks good. Curtin has found some space. That's a well-placed kick. Reed got to the right position and hung on.
They're giving them a smashing in the middle and providing the forwards with high-class service, and the forwards are making the most of it.
He hasn't kicked a goal today, and he still hasn't.
That wasn't a difficult shot, but he got it all wrong. He'll be looking for a chance to make amends.
Laird to bring it back in. Good work rate, and they're away. The Crows are out of trouble. That's skillful. Neil Bullen can keep it moving. The Pies guarding the corridor. It was always his. He's set upon. Even with the game well won, their pressure is still elite. O'Brien with a deft tap. Crouch. He's been dispossessed. That's poor play. You can see their confidence growing. Ryan doing what he does best. Hill, they're a pleasure to watch.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
This will be a close thing. It's good.
He managed to find some space in a dangerous position and made them pay for their loose checking.
This is how you play a grand final. The big men fly. McRae, Reed. It's a tough game. Rao. Could he be the Norm Smith medalist? Attracted a crowd. No prior, and we'll have a ball up. Same old, same old. McRae, Reed, crosses the paint. Curtin is a beacon in that forward line.
He hasn't managed to find the middle yet. He should do so here.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dogged it.
Would there be any danger of someone actually defending?
Not many tip this result. Jackson has had his measure today. McRae is a clearance beast. Centre square, loose ball. They should have been going forward. Now they'll have to defend. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. Draper working hard and being rewarded. Beasley, that's almost worth a kick. Schiltz, Crouch on a lead. He's been quiet. Filthorpe commands the footy.
That was dreadfully lax defending, leaving a player completely unattended so close to goal. The coach will be filthy.
Can they get one back? No, they can't. Denied by the post.
Not a gimme goal, but probably should have been kicked nevertheless.
Taking no risks with the kick in. Curtin, they're a delight to watch. Fogarty takes an excellent grab.
Some relief here perhaps to the fans watching their side get torn apart.
That's going nowhere near the mark, and the moment passes. Siren, the sweetest sound of all. A great team becomes a champion team. What stood out to you today, Huff?
The Pies really turned it on today on the biggest stage. They had winners everywhere. Their teamwork was exemplary, and I don't think this result was in any doubt at any point. If it wasn't a complete performance, it was so close it doesn't matter, and they are fully deserving of the spoils.
Okay then, I'm sure we'll be hearing plenty more in the next couple of days. Thanks, Huff.
Hopefully you enjoyed this Collingwood rebuild, and we'll see you in the next video.